to Mr Nicholson.
Mr Chairman, my opening remarks, I said I thought I was between the devil and the deep blue sea. I think I now am well and truly between the rock and the hard place, because after what we have just heard in this debate here today, I think simply strengthens the knowledge that there is something very seriously wrong within the whole dairy sector within the European Union at this moment. I don't think anyone can think otherwise. But Alan Smith is quite right. This is not the first time we've been here. I've been here many times in the past. And quotas did not necessarily solve all the problems of the dairy farmer in Europe. So we have to recognise that. But I think quotas being removed the way in which they have, and you have to remember the decision to remove quotas was made in 2005 and 2006 when Marianne Fisher-Boel was the Commissioner, and it was made at a time when the dairy sector was in a very euphoric position. Maybe we should have thought better of it after the 2008-09 crisis, but you know, it looks as if we're in crisis again. We didn't. And we go ahead, and I think this is where the problem is, where the Commission officials talked a number of times about taking the horse to the water but not being able to make him drink. Maybe the Commission need to realise that maybe the water they're providing for the horse is not acceptable to them, and is maybe not the right way to go, and their way they do not maybe have all the wisdom, and maybe they should work closer with this committee. That maybe we could come forward with a whole lot more ideas for the future. And let me say, one of the things that I really find was abhorrent of the last Commission, the way in which they rated the emergency reserve that was required for the agriculture throughout Europe, was nothing but despicable, unacceptable, and we in this committee must fight it to the bitter end, because that leaves us now with no money in the kitty to do anything if we're really in trouble when we hit the springtime. And that, I think, is one of the greatest problems facing us. And I think, and I listened about super levy, and with the greatest respect, I listened to a lot of colleagues which told me a lot of concerns around Europe, but very little solutions as to what we actually concretely would do. But I do find it very uninspiring by the Commission to collect super levy and then spend it in other areas. If you collect super levy, at least spend it on the dairy sector and put it back into the dairy sector and make the dairy sector stronger. So from that point of view, it at least might be better. Paulo de Castro is right. Soft landing. We've talked about soft landing from the days of Marianne Fisher-Boel, and we've never seen it. And we're not going to see it. So we better realise it. Tougher times are ahead, and we have got to work with the industry to see how we can actually help in the way forward. And certainly one of the areas that didn't get as much mention here today as I thought is the power of the supermarkets, the power of the multinationals. And when I go into a supermarket and I see 2 litres of milk for £1, and I walk up the shelf and I see a litre of either gas water or still water for £1.80 or £1.20, I ask myself how much work, how much pressure went into making that litre of water compared to that litre of milk. And it doesn't compare. So I think there's got to be a greater degree of reality brought in to this whole area as we look at it. And I have to say, in defence of Mr Dorfman and the producers in hill areas and disadvantaged areas, the problem is not the same. And while I know a lot of people say this can be solved by redirecting Pillar 2 money, I don't think it can. I think it can contribute to solving it, but I don't think it can be a total a solution to what is a very great problem to keeping those areas alive. And that was a problem during the dairy package. It's still a problem today, and I suspect it will be a problem for some time to come. But the only thing I can say to you is, and I say to the Commission very clearly, please do not tell me what I cannot do. Tell me what I can do, and let's get on with it and let's work together. Thank you.